from all the co-hosts here, first of all, thank you so much, because we were just, I think each one of us has gone back and looked at a lot of the video clips that you have just been blowing up all over LinkedIn, and looking at a lot of the wonderful things that you're doing in terms of global community branding and just bringing things together and really inspiring others, just like every single one of us on here, to go out there and continue to do what we do. So thank you for being an inspiration to all of us. So welcome to the UnLearn show. And, you know, we talk about breaking bad habits with a purpose. We are here and just honored to have the lovely Diana. Diana, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me on.
Awesome. Now, you have a couple of hashtags. Before we get the first question from our co-host out there, you have a couple of hashtags that are out there. Can you just tell us real quickly what are they, and how and why are those your hashtags?
I do have a couple of hashtags. The first original one was Dancing Diana, and that was when I accidentally flooded my mother's house with laundry water, and I thought, how can I utilize this as a tag, because I was very fresh and new. So I started calling it Dancing Diana hashtag, and so that's what's it become. Then there's the Just Doing Karaoke, and I love karaoke. I grew up karaoke with my mum, and I wanted to have an interview where, you know, we talk, but I really wanted to see their inner joy come out and their fears come out all in one go. And that really excites me because I'm an actor and a comedian. I get off watching people change and shift. So that's why I've got Just Doing Karaoke, the hashtag. And the other one is Embrace the Snort. I'm a snorter. There you go. And Roger Wilkinson, he was watching it and he was like, embrace the snort. So he is the father child of that hashtag. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think.
I love it. So this is the big question, right? The big enchilada that we ask everybody. Are you ready, Diana?
Bring it.
All right, here it comes. What is one thing that you had to unlearn, or that you're currently unlearning right now to reach your personal and professional goals?
This is gonna sound so straight and intense, but I work in an industry where it's about confidence and it's about talking to people. So I'm an actor, and you know, people assume that I have confidence in myself. And you know, when Justin Bieber brought out that song called "Love Yourself," I thought I loved myself. Like, I thought, you know, I've got amazing friends. I've got a community of people who love me, like from my childhood and to my LinkedIn family. And it was only last year, when I was going through a very long breakup, did I realize that I didn't possibly love myself the way I thought I did. And I realized that when I couldn't make LinkedIn videos anymore, because I couldn't fabricate how I was feeling. So I took 3 months off LinkedIn videos because I couldn't lie. And that's when I realized that I was going through a massive shift in myself. And then eventually that relationship broke up, because I realized, like, if I love myself and you're telling people to go do what they want and dream of, then why are you not doing that yourself? So that's what I had to pull apart. And I'm still traveling in it, because, you know, love is everything, and I want love and I want children. So I realized that if I want a family, I've got to do this first. Yeah, and this is me at 33 years old. Yeah.
That's okay. I feel like even as a mom or as a family, somebody in like a core, like really powerful relationship, there's still that like balance. So just as a quick follow-up question to that, what's one thing that you're doing actively to focus on you and focus on that self-love?
Surfing. I'm doing things for myself. I'm going into the water and I'm being present, because I'm a very, like, you people go, Diana's so busy and I'm doing this all the time. But when I go surfing, I'm driving an hour out to the ocean and I'm sitting in the water and I'm waiting for the next wave and the next wave and the next wave and the next wave, and I'm in that moment. And it's like when I'm dancing too, I'm just using all these fitness things to keep my brain alive and well. And yeah, I'm very lucky that I found something else to do. Yeah.
Is there, I'm kind of curious because I love this subject, the subject of actually looking deep within yourself and realizing that maybe you haven't gotten there yet as far as the work that maybe you need to do. Was there a moment that was kind of the catalyst for realizing that you weren't there yet, that you needed a lot of work, or not a lot of work, that was terrible, but like, maybe that you needed to start, that you needed to start that process of finding ways to connect with yourself again?
Sorry, it's just breaking up.
Are we there? She frozen.
Yep. Okay, back
Oh,
on.
there.
Yep. Go again, Laci.
Awesome. So I guess my real question is, how did you recognize that in yourself, that you needed to start that process of getting back in touch and connecting?
It's going to sound so funny too, which were the people on LinkedIn. Because I'd forged these beautiful friendships on LinkedIn, and because they didn't know my backstory, they just saw my videos. They just kept going, "You're great and you're beautiful," but I kept going, "No, I'm not. Why am I feeling yuck and shit?" But they kept going, "No, we believe in you." And like the Melbourne crew, so we've got a really, really tight Melbourne people like Tima and Nguyen and Kiki and Max. And when we come together, we talk, and they kept believing in me. And then I just realized I have to believe in myself. So it was so weird. Like, I just felt so in the middle of everything, and I didn't believe them. I think that's when you realize, when you don't believe what people are saying, and that something is wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. That moment when you're hearing people and you're not seeing it yourself. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think that happens to a lot of people, especially people who are putting themselves out there on a platform like LinkedIn, and you're getting all this feedback and you're trying to filter out the negative, but also internalize the positive, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just hitting this wall all the time. And like, because I was on LinkedIn so much, it was quite addictive. Like, I was making content so much before it happened. I eventually I had to pull back, and that's why I let go. I was like, I cannot get this cycle of feedback about how great I am, and I'm feeling so shit. Yeah. Mm.
So Diane, it's one thing to say, there's something wrong. It's another thing to actually start taking steps and actually start doing things about it. And you just said you're surfing and kind of doing physical things, but like, what was that like when you went, all right, there's something wrong. I don't necessarily believe what's going on here. Like, what did that look like for you? Was that a conversation? Was it a punch yourself in the face? Like, what's going on? Like, what happened?
So this is so this happened from August to October last year. And I was writing a show called Dirty Baby, a collaboration with my friend, a theatre show about babies who absorb things they watch from adults. And, you know, and so kids just watch and they learn from each other. I guess it's what your show is called, UnLearn. Well, kids are learning. They watch and absorb everything that you do. So while doing the show, I had depression. And I couldn't write with my friend, and my co-collaborator I wrote with, we're kind of still not talking because it was such a hard time for us, because I was in depression. She was trying to get me to be there and work with her, but my brain had just gone, I give up. Yeah. And I guess, yeah, that was probably when my brain was like, okay, in October, after the show is finished, I was like, okay, something needs to change now. Something needs to change. So I went to see a psychologist. Yeah, I went to talk to someone. Yeah. I didn't realize this was going to get too deep.
That's not too deep. Like, I think
No.
that's actually a very important thing to highlight for people, especially, you know, well, anybody, is that realizing that it's time to go talk to someone. That's not a weakness. That's like the strength and the power to see in yourself that you can't actually help yourself anymore. And that's okay. And there are people who are paid to help you and who know how to help. And I think that it's a huge thing for people to realize and accept and you know, to shed light on for people.
And
Well-
I used to hear people say that everyone needs to see a counselor at some point because we're all jacked up. And I didn't believe that until I saw a counselor. And then I was like, everyone needs to see a counselor.
Well, there is a really famous acting teacher called Larry Moss, and he's taught Leonardo DiCaprio, you know, all these Oscar winners. And he's come down to Melbourne, and he said, the great thing about Americans is that we're able to talk about our problems with another person. But in Australia, there's this thing about it's still like icky. Like, you know, you're going to see a psychologist, you can't deal with yourself. And that's what he said when Larry Moss was here in Australia working with his actors. He said, if you can't break through what's troubling you, then you are not going to be that actor that can feel the shit and really discover the light. So yeah, I'm all about, if you need to talk to someone who can professionally hold you, do it. Yeah.
So Diana, you inspire a lot of people on LinkedIn and I'm sure other social media platforms, but we can't speak for them because most of us spend most of our time on LinkedIn. You mentioned going and seeking help and talking to somebody. What can you share with those that maybe don't know something about you? You know, we're jumping into this rabbit hole with you. What is something that you shared that you're willing to share with the rest of our audience that, I mean, this is where you hit pretty close to the bottom of the barrel. And what did you do now that you're past that point? When you look back upon it, you're like, gosh, like, I can't believe I overcame that. Like, can you share that type of moment or moments with us?
Yeah, so I spoke to Ashley and Darlene, I think, on their podcast recently. And it's something that I'm traveling in right now. So I am crazy enough writing a stand-up show called Dirty Diana, opens next week. I haven't really got a second draft yet, which is freaking me out. But that's okay. That's all right. I'll figure it out soon. But 3 years ago, I did my first stand-up show and it was called Naked. And you know, a lot of people went, oh, are you going to be naked on the show? You know, ooh, what is it about? And Naked was for me in 2012, my email got hacked and my naked photos were downloaded by my ex-boyfriend's friend who I intentionally went to my email, hacked it, downloaded it, and kept a folder on his computer. And it was a game. It was a game that they did to other women. And I have to say that hit me rock bottom, that someone I knew could violate me, a friend. And during that time, I had to perform at the comedy festival. And I remember crying for during the whole season, just crying. And then from 9 to 5, I had to get dressed up and then go perform at the comedy festival. And comedy and pain and humor, it all goes in with each other. But it was a really awful time for me. And for those 4 or 5 years, I didn't know how to tell people because I was ashamed. So in 2016, I said, how can I deal with this in a forum which I can talk about? So I spoke about it as a stand-up show. And, I laughed about, and I had sent those photos to my partner because I was in a long-distance relationship in Canada. So that's how, you maintain relationships, in technology, Do I have regrets? Kinda, but I did it for love. Fuck. I don't know. But I do regret not having a stronger password. But yeah, so when I did the show naked, it was my way of telling my truth of it. Yeah.
You could see all of us. You could see all of us laughing at the stronger password comment. That's just the fact that that's what you took out of that whole situation.
That's a good lesson.
But I also learned that don't. Oh, sorry. I sing a song about it, and I'll release it on LinkedIn in a couple of weeks. I sing a song about, they saw my boobies. They saw my boobies. I say, will I do it again? And I said, yes, but I'll cut off my face because it's the face to the body, right? Smart. And everyone agreed. Everyone laughed in the audience because they're like, yeah, all our bodies are the same. And I think that's what I realized is that, you and I, man, woman, men have different things, women have different things. But essentially, if we just didn't have the face, we couldn't tell who it belonged to. And I think I became much prouder of my body. And I was like, you know what? Shit happened. And by doing that comedy show, it just allowed me to talk it and talk it and talk it and talk it and talk it. And I took it to Edinburgh, Scotland, toured it all the way to Australia, and I talked the shit out of it. And I'm done.
So
yeah.
Look,
so that was naked for me.
Totally serious moment for you, and clearly you've turned it to comedy and laughter and made a lighthearted moment out of it. So what can you tell anyone out there? This is my follow-on to this question. What's one thing that you can say that you have learned about yourself by turning something like that into comedy or finding the humor in these things?
I am a deep person. I'm trying to say that because sometimes people think comedy and stand-up is like, ha ha, make you laugh, ha ha, make you laugh. But for me, what interests me is pain. I love talking about pain and then shining bright like a beautiful diamond and sunflower out of it. And those are the stories that interest me. I think because my mother came me on a boat and she went through much crap, but what she still kept with her was her laughter. So I think I've taken that from her.
That's awesome. And we'll go around the horn for the co-host. Does anybody else have any other follow-up questions on here? Otherwise, I think we all know what we're in for towards the end of this special show.
Who's your favorite comedian of all time?
Ugh. There's three right now. There's three. Robin Williams, Ali Wong, because she represents me, and Dave Chappelle.
Ooh, yes. Nice selection.
All right, Diana. So it looks like no other brave souls to keep you off the beaten path. At this point, we've got about 5 to 10 minutes left. I can't believe we're doing this. We're turning the show over to you. It's all yours. You are welcome to ask us anything. You've got the microphone. Some of us can probably stand up and dance if you need us to. The show is all yours, Diana.
Fantastic. Well, I would love to do a dancing one, but Chantel and I did talk about karaoke. So we need to have a consensus about a song that we would love to sing. And I'm just letting you guys know that I want to individually talk to you guys as well, because I really spoke to Chantel. But, you know, the reason why I actually do just doing karaoke is to break the whole just commenting and just go deep in, like, just one-on-one. Yeah, so just watch out, you will get a request. But as a group, I've never done a 5G karaoke session.
What if you have some background dancers? Why you have some singers?
Oh no, don't back out. Sonny, don't back out.
No, background dancers while you have some singers.
All right, but first, who has a microphone? Like, who has a microphone or hairspray or a hairbrush? You just hold it. Oh, stop it. Yeah.
Mine still has chocolate on it.
All right. So yeah, what song do you think will be great for this group? Because Chantel, you had an idea, didn't you?
No, this is Laci. Laci looked like she had an idea.
Oh no, I was like, oh God, I don't know. I don't know, boys. What you think?
We should have known this was coming.
We
Queen
should have.
song?
What's wrong with us?
A Queen song?
Oh,
Bohemian Rhapsody.
yeah,
That
that's an easy one. Everyone knows that, right?
Oh, that's actually for 2 minutes. That would take up.
Oh, we're gonna do the whole thing. Okay.
Oh, no.
There's 5 of us. There's 5.
Oh,
Everyone's takes a bit of it.
What?
Or we can just all do it together so it burns.
Yeah, that's a better idea.
Are you looking it up, Diana?
I'm cool with Bohemian Rhapsody, but only if we can do just maybe a stanza of it. Would that be appropriate? Would that be okay with you, Diana?
Yeah. Oh, which bit though?
Oh man, the beginning is perfect. I just pulled up the lyrics. I mean, how does that not go in line with everything we just talked about?
Oh man.
yeah, I'm pulled up.
Poetic.
Or if you have something if you have something else that's kind of the easy one. I think.
Yeah, well, it actually starts at Mama just killed a man, so you know it's poetic.
No, is this the real life?
No, but that's the intro in.
Right.
You know, is this the real life?
That's perfect.
Is this just fantasy?
All right, let's do it. I'm going in. All right, load. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Oh, looks like Roboto. Looks like Roboto.
So good. It's so good. All right. Are you going to play the music?
Yeah, who's
got
got
it?
the music? Sonny, you ready? Oh, Jake?
I would love to do I see a little silhouette of a man, Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
Oh my God.
Diana, I think you just stole it right there. I don't think any of us need to do anything now.
Actually,
You just
totally
nailed
do
it.
that. We could totally do that. That'd be awesome. And then everybody can go Galileo and just run us around the whole.
Who's taking the high note then, Sonny?
I can mimic it. I can be like,
I don't have to be a girl. I lost my falsetto last year. I got hit in the throat, and so I don't have falsetto anymore.
it might be
that's right,
funny
I
if a guy-
remember
It might be
that.
funny if one of us took the high note and one of you ladies took the low note. That'd be kind of
All right, that's you because I don't have it.
Oh, come on.
I don't have it. It's just breath now when I do that. Nothing.
Just grab,
Yes, I heard
Oh,
it.
that's awesome.
grab.
Okay, let's
We're
start.
going, I see a little silhouette, right?
All right. Who's going for, so we're not playing the music, we're just going to go a cappella.
Oh God, you guys are going downhill. What?
Lacey's like, I'm out. Bye.
What?
Let me see if I can cue it. One sec.
Yeah, cue it. Cue it.
I'm looking.
Cue it, Jake.
Let's see. There's so many stinking knockoffs. All right, here we go. Official video.
What time is it for you guys?
6:30 p.m. on the Eastern Coast, and for the rest of everyone else, 5:30 p.m.
4:30.
I have 4:30
Right.
for Laci.
I'm listening.
Baby.
Lazy fox jumped over the creek. Butter, 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 butter,
Oh,
butter.
golden sun. La 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 la.
Oh, by the way, we don't edit anything anymore.
Yeah. It's funny because it's true.
Take some time. Takes too much
Guitar. Almost there. I'll pause it when I get there.
time.
Y'all got to let me know.
Bells by the seashore. I'm so proud of you
Why
guys.
isn't Katie here? Katie needs
know.
to be here.
Yeah.
All right, tell me if you can hear this. Did y'all hear that?
I hear it. We hear it. We hear it.
Back it up.
Back it up.
Got it.
Oh,
All right, ready?
That's a good song. Good job. Whoever.
All right.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most serious part of our episode.
All right, here we go.
Thank you.
Ready, set. See you soon, silhouette of very, very frightening. Galileo, Galileo.
Galileo.
Just a poor boy from a poor family.
There is life from this monstrosity.
Easy come, easy go. Will you let me go? Better move. Will you
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
let me go?
Oh.
Mamma mia!
Let me go.
For me, for me.
For me.
Jake froze. A for effort, kids. I can't hear the song.
I can't. I have no idea.
All right. Sorry. That's the best I could do.
Oh,
Back to reality now.
I see so much potential.
Are we sure we don't edit?
You can call
Doing
John
the
up.
editing on this one.
Call in a favor.
But tell you what, Diana, next time you get us signed up, and this group here will do Bohemian Rhapsody, the real deal. We'll do it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm heading there in July, for a month. So I will be
Heading where?
States.
The States is a big place.
It's like saying we're coming to Australia. Where are you coming?
So I'm heading to VidCon in LA, and then I'm gonna go right across the state and visit everyone that I can on LinkedIn,
Nice.
Fun.
and start a dance revolution at every LinkedIn local possible. Yeah.
That's
Well,
awesome.
And then I'm
by
going.
Dallas. We'll hold it down.
Pardon?
Dallas. Stop by Dallas.
No, I'm going to Dallas. My housemate's from Dallas, so I have to go visit him. He's heading back to Dallas.
So you're coming to the East Coast?
Yep, East Coast. I'm going to New York. I'm going to Virginia. Yeah, I'm trying to go everywhere because I'm thinking about moving to the States next year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, Diana, on behalf of the co-hosts of the UnLearn show, thank you. And we certainly accept your challenge of doing Bohemian Rhapsody in the future when we have the entire complement of the UnLearn crew.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thanks, Diana.
Thanks, Son. That was awesome.
Thank you.